Hey guys, it's Coach Steve, and I've got this week's workout brief. Starting on Monday, we're going to start class off going heavy on some Olympic weightlifting, specifically a complex of a power clean, a hang power clean, and 3 push jerks. We're doing all 5 of those reps as if they were a single rep. So no real rests in that other than, resting the bar on your shoulders in the push jerk or at the top of the rep. And the goal here is to go heavy, something that's really going to challenge you to accomplish that without taking any long breaks. That means that might be a skill challenge. Maybe you're still working on the skill, or it might be loading up that bar and going for something that is really going to challenge you physically. That's kind of the goal. Is go, how heavy can you go with that, and where does that end up? Once we're done with that, we're going into a 10-round EMOM, alternating between 3 power clean and jerks. So just three clean and jerks every minute or on the even minutes, and then 15 wall ball shots on the other minutes. And this shouldn't be the hardest breathing EMOM we've ever done. This is about generating power. So those 3 clean and jerks should be at a weight that maybe isn't going to completely challenge you, especially not in that first minute, but just that repeat exposure is going to really add up. You're going to feel it. It's going to make you tired. Those 15 wall ball shots, again, something you should be able to do pretty well unbroken, especially at the start of the workout, and just power through. This shouldn't be one of those EMOMs where you're really dragging yourself off the floor, but you're going in and trying to attack it each and every round to try to generate just as much power as you can every single minute after minute after minute. On Tuesday, we're starting off with our strength portion. This is back rack reverse lunges. This is, again, we've been building on this each week. 5 reps each leg, 4 sets, kind of building on what we've been doing on those reverse lunges over the last few weeks. And then we're getting into just one that's going to be very, very quick and very grippy. 3 rounds, 15 rushing kettlebell swings, just rushing, nothing crazy there, and then 12 pull-ups. And that should be pretty fast. You should be able to do both of those, at least initially, pretty close to unbroken. Really push the pace on this, but be very, very, very careful of that grip. The grip is what's going to probably be the first thing to give out on you. So break this before that grip gives out. Do not run the risk of letting go of the pull-up bar or that kettlebell and run the risk of hurting yourself or anybody else. But this one should be fast. We're looking at a goal time and a cap time of under 8 minutes. So absolutely flying through that, something that you just pin your ears back and you go. On Wednesday, bench press. We're building on bench press. It's always fun to lay down on the bench and move some weight. 2 sets of 6, 2 sets of 4. All 4 sets should be somewhat challenging for you. Get to a place where all 4 sets are working sets and not just kind of glazing over and calling the 6s your last warm-up sets. All 4 of these should be challenging weights for you to do for that rep scheme. And then we're getting into something that's a lot more cardiovascular. 5 rounds, 400-meter run, 65 double unders. Goal time is around that 15 to 18 minute mark with a 20-minute cap. And we're really focusing in on breathing here. 400-meter run is breathing. You can control that by how fast you go. 65 double unders. Generally, you're going to control how fast you're going through that or how many breaks you take on that one, and just continue to get through this. And the goal here isn't to go to that max place. You're not sprinting, but you are getting yourself up there quite a bit. You're going into that 70 to 85%, your max heart rate, kind of pushing that breathing, that heart rate, just to a little bit of that outside that comfort zone, and continuing to push through that for about that 15-minute mark. Because of that time domain, you won't be able to redline, at least not early. Hold off, breathe through this a little bit earlier, and as you get closer to the end, that's when you're going to push that red line. On Thursday, we're going to get right into a 30-round EMOM. During first minute, it's going to be bike, calories on the bike. Second minute, kettlebell sumo deadlift high pull. And then the third minute, we're going to do an active rest where I want everybody up, moving around, and walking for the entire minute. And then we're going to repeat those three things for 30 minutes. So 10 rounds of each of those. And just trying to accumulate a good, specific, steady number of reps on each one of those stations. This shouldn't be one of those things where you get to around 20 and you peter off and you're starting to really suffer and your score falls off. We want to stay maintained through the entire 30 minutes. Try to maintain that same pace every minute. Once we're done with that, we're going to cash out with Tabata sit-ups, 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. How many sit-ups can you do? Consistently. That is the name of the game on Thursday. Consistent reps. On Friday, 28-minute AMRAP. This one is a little bit longer. Going to get you breathing pretty hard on this one. 50 to 40 calorie on the bike, so kind of moderate range there. 40 box jumps. That's just going to add up. Once you're done with those box jumps, you're going to do some weighted box step ups, 1 dumbbell, 30 box step ups, and then 20 toes to bar. This is going to be the entire system just getting worked. So your entire body is going to be tired at the end of this. The core is going to be worn down by those toes to bar. Your grip, your lungs, everything should just start to feel this over that 28-minute time domain. That means start a little slower. Don't burn out early. Try to settle into a pace that you can maintain for that 28 minutes. Don't let that crush you early on, because it will be a long workout if you try to go out too hot on this one. On Saturday, we're going to go into a benchmark Hero Wad Nate 20-minute AMRAP. Kind of moderate time domain there, maybe on the little longer side, but it's got some very difficult movements to do. 2 ring muscle ups, 4 handstand push-ups, and 8 full range of motion kettlebell swings with a heavier weight. So we're not looking at super high reps on this. We're looking at pretty moderate reps. You definitely want to kind of scale back the speed of this one so you can do these things very consistently. We do want to push kind of, because the rep numbers are low. That means we can push into something that might be a little more difficult for you physically, but we definitely still want to move really well in this one. So the kettlebell weights are going to be a little heavier than normal. Maybe you go to a slightly harder handstand push-up variation than what you normally would. And then ring muscle ups will just be something that everybody's going to be playing with throughout this one. They are difficult to do. That's what we have coming up this week, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys in the gym. Bye.